YouTube. What's up? Big H Trucking. Sitting at the Loves in Morris, Illinois. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just getting up. I'm going to go in and use the facilities. Grab some hearty breakfast. I'm going to have a hearty breakfast today. Since I've been back, I'm running. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that are, I don't know, it seems like it's some are running hard, some are not running as hard, some are not making the money that they once were. I'm doing good for these conditions. Actually, I got a load that I'm picking up tonight, 5 miles down the road. The places I'm going to Long Island, New York, my hometown. The good news on that is a 7 o'clock delivery, so I plan to run tonight. The problem is not going to Long Island. The problem is getting on to Long Island and getting off Long Island, where there's only one way on and one way off. And then the next day, I'm in Connecticut, where I was last week, same place, and South Windsor, Connecticut, the same day. So I've got a 3-stop load. All completes by Tuesday at 12 o'clock. The difference between what I'm seeing now and what I was running, let's go back a year. I was running 4 to 5 trips a week versus 2 trips. Now those 2 trips, the money's behind it is good. I haven't ran anything I haven't run over 1,000 miles. It's been the 800-mile range since I've been back, which is fine for me. Manage the clock well. I'm running on recaps already. I've been here since about 3:30 a.m. Yeah, about 3:30. Found parking. This place is tremendous. I don't know why this is not a busy Loves. It's a new Loves. That's what it says on the app's new Loves. But when I went inside this morning, it said they've been open for 7 months. But it's not a busy place at all. It's before you get into the Gary, Indiana, I-57 corridor. Like I said, the Gary, Indiana going east. It gets really busy. Like even last night, I was in a little bit of a traffic stall. That's because there was a truck broke down in the construction zone, so everything had to go into 2 lanes instead of 3 lanes. But I can't believe how quiet it is at this place. Anyway, so I'm gonna chill out today. Go get my load about 8 o'clock and start going east. I've got to get to it'd be wonderful if I can get to the TA in New Jersey on I-80, just as you come out of the Delaware Gap, those S-turns before that way, or just after that way station, the next exit in Jersey. I'd love to get there. The good news, the place on Long Island does have overnight parking. So for some reason, I can't get that far. The total trip is 886 miles. From, not the total trip, but from where I'm picking up tonight to where I'm dropping off for my first load is 886. I know I can get deep into Pennsylvania in my 11-hour drive time. So I'll have a full fresh clock. I mean, how much time am I going to burn? I'm 5 miles down the road. 2 minutes, 3 minutes off my 11 hour, so I'm not even worried about that. that's the plan, to get as deep as I can. So this way I can leave at night. I am not going to take the George Washington Bridge. I'm just not going to, even though that's the most direct way. There's no way. And once you get through the GW Bridge, it will be quiet at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to go up 287 down to 95 south and take that to the Throgs Neck over to the Clearview, onto the Expressway, Long Island Expressway, to exit 57, and then head south, make a right off of 57. But again, Cisco on Long Island does have overnight parking, so if I get there early, I can hopefully park there. But if for some reason I need time for the next day, because I got to go to Connecticut for a 5 o'clock drop in the morning on Tuesday, the following day, I'm hoping I can stay at Cisco on Long Island, then head out at nighttime and go up that way into Connecticut. That's what we're planning, because I know the Cisco in Connecticut, the second one I'm going to, does not have overnight parking. I was just there the other day. So with that being said, hey, listen, I'm not hurting. I'm really not hurting. I paid my taxes a little bit ago. That kind of hit my account pretty hard, but at the end of the day, I'm running, I'm gunning, and I'm grateful to be able to have what I have. I mean, I never came into this business as a means to I need to make a lot of money. I'm doing it because I enjoy trucking, and yes, money is a motivator for me. But hey, listen, am I going to have the same year I had last year? No, I don't see it. I had an incredible year last year. I think we all did. Anybody in the trucking business could attest to that. We just all crushed it. And those years are, it could be another 3-4 years before you see that. This may be the new normal in trucking, or this was, I don't know. Because prior to me coming in, I came in as training when C19 was just C19 hit. I was with my trainer through the bad times on the C19, and then I got my truck, and then once I got my truck, we were rolling. And so for 2 years in this truck, I did really well. So this might be reverting back to the way it used to be. I don't know. All I know is I'm running. I'm making money, but I'm not making on average the same money I was making last year. Let's be real. And that's fine. Well, it's not fun. It's whatever it is. It is. You got to go with the flow. You got to learn to adjust. I think I've said it, and some of us guys from Prime have said it. Save your money during the good times. Stack it, because those days are not going to last forever. I mean, I've lived through. This is my third recession that I was really influenced by what's going on in the marketplace. I'm trying to think. I just woke up, so yeah, I believe this is the third recession. I know better days are coming. No matter what you hear in the news, the dollar's collapsing, this and that, stuff like that don't happen overnight. So don't listen to the news. Things will recover. People still have to eat, and still have to drink. The stores are maybe not ordering as much as they were ordering last year, because they were afraid of people who were stocking and hoarding, for lack of better words. But we still need to have our proteins, carbohydrates, and a source of liquid. So as long as you run, you do a good job running safely, on time, etc., you're going to be fine. You're going to work. So, I mean, I believe Prime is hiring. So, I mean, it can't be all that bad. You just got to go with the flow. You got to be that stick in the river, man. You can't go against the resistance. Just if you're lucky, you're working. Be grateful that you're working, and if you are working, do the best you can. You know, do you guys think I really want to go to Long Island? I think I mentioned to my fleet manager, I'll go any place you want me to, but where I come from, Long Island, when we first talked. I guess he never notated that, but I told him, I laughed at him. I said, dude, man, I'm going to go home and take a shower. He's like, yeah, no, what you got to do? There's no way I can fit a truck and trailer down my road. So. But anyway, and the reason why driving Long Island is no different than driving downtown in Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas. The only problem with Long Island is there's one way in and one way out for a truck, and it's congested. There's 6 million people on Long Island, give or take a few 100,000. One way in, one way out. You tell me how clogged up it can be. During the day, it's absolutely pandemonium. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to turn down a great paying load because of Long Island. It's not what it's about. Got to take what I can take. Only thing I'm disappointed in is not Long Island, is the fact that I'm back in the Northeast again. When I was just in the Northeast last week, and the load coming out was not the best paying load. So I was hoping, since I'm in the Midwest, I was going to stay in the Midwest. I'll bounce out west again, but nope, back into the Northeast. So I'm out here for a minute. I'm going to be out here till July. I think now the days are going home. If you want to make money, stack cash, you kind of got to pull a Lyle. You got to stay out for months and months and months. I mean, that's entirely up to you. I mean, I get what Lyle's doing. He's been out here for a minute. Yeah, he's looking like he's looking rough around the edges, man. I love you, Lyle. He's working that pig hard, boy. But that's what it takes. You know, he's suffered a lot of problems with his. Well, I don't know if there are a lot of problems, but he's suffered problems with his equipment problems. And for him to gain traction, now those trucks are going. All three of them got to move. He's got the right idea, where others who have left the business, who own trucks, are basically going broke. And instead of jumping in the truck and driving again, I don't know what they're doing, you know, I have no idea. Anyway, that's another thing for another thing. All right, enough of me rambling. Big H is out. Just, hey, listen, guys, you're out here. Stay strong. It ain't gonna last forever. Keep your head down and spend more time on the road. Stack the money. Think about going home every 4 weeks. May not be working anymore. That's the old ways. You know, when you went home in 4 weeks, you came out. Next thing you know, you had another. You know, as a solo, you had a 6-8 gross week. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've been averaging about 5,500 a week. But if you do the math, 55 times 4, I'm still doing 23K a month gross. You know, 16 to 18,000 net. Right? 10 to 12 net. It's not bad. It's not a bad gig, man. You go find a job making 12 net a week. Go ahead, go find a job. Go ahead, go out there in this economy, in this marketplace, without a skill set, and go find it. Go tell me where you can go make anywhere from 8 to 12K a week. Go ahead. I'm all ears, folks. So anybody who poo-poos it, you don't know what you're talking. Do your numbers. Don't look at your check week to week. Look at it month to month, and quarter to quarter. Stop worrying about this week. Look at the overall picture. Break it down. Don't break it down so small. That's when it looks ugly. Break it down over the course of a month and a quarter. You're still making a hell of a living, folks, in this bad market as a truck driver. At least with Prime. I can't speak for any other company. I couldn't be more thrilled at getting. I could never, ever, 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 ever run cents per mile. Could never do it. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, me and my buddy were doing the math based on 53 cents a mile versus what we make, and we were still on our crappiest numbers. We were still doing $250 more a week than somebody at 53 cents. Now, I'm talking about gasoline. I'm talking about everything but the tax, because everyone's tax bracket is different. We're talking about the gasoline. We're talking about the diesel, the DEF, whatever, food. We even threw food in there. We were still coming up to $250 more at minimum, more than someone making 53 cents a mile. Because I have no idea what the miles per cents are. And that was just on one basic run. So I could never, and God bless the people that run cents per mile. I just can't do it. You know, it's for me, it's a percentage of load. Anyway, with that being said, I know I've been rambling on, probably not making any sense, but that's okay, because I don't make any sense. I make a percentage of load. My truck is going to be ordered in the next week or so. I'm waiting for the end of April, because I don't want my truck, when I hand this truck in, I don't want that truck sitting there. I want to go home after my lease is up for a good month before coming back on the road. So I'm trying to order it, I'm trying to line it up so where I get out of this, have the dinner, the lease completion bonus, all that good stuff, fly back to New York, hang out for 3-4 weeks, then come back to Springfield to give them the best of the money. But we're going yellow. We're going with a yellow Pete. Yellow and black's my theme. Big H Trucking will be on the side. We're going to come up with a logo. All right, folks, listen, have a great Saturday. Hang in there. Things will get better. Just got to give it time. Time. Everything gets better with time. Like wine. Have a great day. Be safe.